Hey everybody, welcome back. We are here doing our Glow Rhino Bugout build. We've already got some really cool options, and that is the Glow access bar, the Glow thumb stud, and the dual glowing lanyard plug for the Benchmade Bugout. Now, you can put some of these on your mini Bugouts as well, so any option really exists from them. They also have replacement scales, which are kind of cool on some of the stuff, but they have a new awesome set of scales. And these right here, there's not even a sticker on this one. So let's get them out. Let's take a look. These are the Gillz. They launched these in about Shark Week time. And if you missed out on them, let me tell you, these are going to be in a terrific upgrade. Not only do they have the G10 milling, well, I have a little bit up here that we're gonna have to do some sanding on post installation. So I don't know if you can see, but up here, it was milled a little bit too much, so we got some sharp edges on both sides. So we'll take a light bit of sandpaper to those and just get those dialed down. But they should work fine. We still got material on both sides that should hold in all the products, but they have 3 on each side of those big tritium tubes for glowing. And the texturing, you can see kind of the depth of texturing. It's pretty terrific. Now, the other thing, it lengthens the scale for the Bugout. So you can see how awesome they're gonna look on this black Bugout, but look, they give you another 1/2 inch. So I think size-wise, we're gonna do a quick comparison. This is the Benchmade Bugout full size in my hand. I have a large glove size hand. You can see where the end fits. You can see where the top is. You can kind of get a good idea of what we're going to look like. I'm excited for this. The only thing I'm bummed about is we're going to lose our lanyard plug because they put their own tritium on the scales and they forgot about the lanyard fans. I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that. So we're going to tear this one down. We're going to need some tools. We got a Torx T10, a Torx T6 loaded up in this Journey Tool Co. Beautiful driver. We got our pivot alignment tool from Flytanium. Shout out to them. That was a good pickup and purchase that I made, and it works really great. There's also many others out there. There's a whole kit from OCD for EDC. There's also one from Russ Book of Goods on Etsy, was a dual-sided one. But for this application, this is going to work the best for me. So we're going to go ahead, take this one apart. Now we're going to take off all the body screws. These are T6. Now afterwards, always recommended to go ahead and Loctite all of these in. And if you do have a little mat or even a microfiber towel or something you can put down to catch these in case they bounce, because they're really hard to find once they leave the table. Hashtag know from experience. But let's put these on camera so we can see those beautiful G10 scales too, an upgrade. Those come in, they're about $95. Over on Glow Rhino, there's a link down in the description, so you can get any of these other upgrades too. I think the access bar one, and I think the thumb stud one comes in. It's a single-sided one, but it comes in at $24.99. So we've taken all that out. $35, I think, for the lanyard plug. And I'll tell you what, I have this already on one of my other Bugouts, and it's terrific. So I've been rocking that one for a while since they came out with it. Now we are going to have to take the mini deep carry clip off. And it does have some Loctite on it because we haven't taken it off yet. So that's expected. So just don't, twist too hard. A little pressure, but not too hard. You don't want to strip any of those out. Those are going to be the longer screws, the 2 longer ones. If you do mix all your screws up, these screws will be longer than any of the other screws on this knife. So let's go ahead now. We'll take these off. We're going to reuse our barrel spacers, it looks like, because we have the 2 barrel spacers in here. We do have a longer area through here without any barrel spacers, so we'll check for any flex. I know that's a concern with some people, so we'll check for that. And then we'll use our T10 to get our pivot out. So there we go. You got to collect those when they pop out there, otherwise they may end up somewhere. And then, like me, you may have to actually go and replace one off another knife, and it's a pain. But it's all good. So we'll go ahead and take these off. And then we'll build the knife back. So you should be able to leave everything in there. I like to try to do one side at a time if I can, and I'll put my Flytanium tool in here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we'll go ahead, we'll use our T10 now, and we'll go ahead and get the actual pivot out of there, pivot screw. I'm excited for this. I can't wait to carry it. I've been waiting for a little bit, and I'm excited. I'm like, let's do this. Now they do have a flat spot where you can see right here. That's going to go in, and then you rotate it, and it'll push right through. Pull back that tension on your access bar. Now, this is the cool part. You can actually take this off and kind of build your knife, right? You have taken these off, so these are going to come apart because we're going to reuse these barrel spacers. So put those up there. And then we can kind of do a little bit of build work on this as well. And we have one screw left up here. And so we'll take that one off now. And then we should be able to pull this other side. And then we'll just be left with our liners. And we should be ready to build the new ones. And I like to pre-install the barrel spacers on any new scales. Makes it a lot easier. It's a sad day. We're going to lose our lanyard plug, but I have just the bug out to put it on. And these just press fit in. And there's a really cool video. Check the link in the description on how to just take off one side, these two screws, and you can just pop it open, pop it in, put the screws back on. Don't even have to take your knife apart. That's why it's an awesome upgrade. And it glows really well. There's a picture in the other video for that, so definitely check that out. But now this is all together, right? You don't have to worry about it coming apart. Like I said, tape the blade edge if you're worried about that. But we're going to set this off to the side up here for a minute. It's all contained, which is great. And this is the CF Elite 535 BK-2 from Benchmade. And we're going to now build these scales. So we'll go ahead. We'll put our barrel spacer. You can see there's a little bit of a cutout for them. They do have a little bit of a flat side on one side. So you'll just lightly kind of rotate them. And then they should just push right in like that. And then you'll just hold them with one of your fingers. And then go ahead and grab these super, super small T6 screws. And we'll go ahead and put them in there. Don't tighten them too far down, but enough that they're going to be snug. And the barrel spacer is not going to spin too much, because we do have to give it a little bit of room on the other side just in case they're out of alignment a little bit. You never know, but you want to give yourself a little time. And you can see this one is right-handed only. You can contact them if you need to do a left-handed carry, but overall, they got you dialed in. Now, you're seeing all these builds from Glow Rhino that I'm doing. Maybe you're liking these scales, etc. They do have a few on their website that are left. I'm not sure how many are going to be left after this video, but you can buy them pre-installed. So if you wanted, an access bar or something like that installed, dialed in. I would say for my paying channel members, if you guys get in a jam or something, we'll try to take care of you. I just don't want to open it up to the world. I don't have the time to take everybody's knife apart, but we can try to make something happen for you. So you got your two barrel spacers installed. That's perfect. That's what you want. Now we're going to go ahead and reinsert. Now this has already been, taken apart in another video. We cleaned it, we put some Slick-O-Mall in there. That's what we want to do. So we're going to put this through the hole of the pivot on the scale, get the liners lined up. You can see how they fit in there. Everything's flush here. So we'll just kind of pinch this, hold it together, and then we'll get another screw, and we'll just, we'll make it, snug, but not super tight, because we want to make sure everything's aligned up and all that prior. And like I said, we will have to take these apart and do a little sandpaper work and just get these dialed in, because there are a couple sharp edges, but we might be able to do it with just taking the screw out afterwards. So now I'm going to go ahead and do this inside liner one right here. These are looking good. I can't wait. And the feeling of it, if you guys, I know a lot of people have said, when are we getting the XL bug out? That's something I think Benchmade needs to put out, is the XL bug out, because there's a lot of people that would definitely buy it, and I think these scales kind of take that place in the temporary. So now that we got these two liner screws in, we got the barrel spacers in right here. Look at those tritium plugs. They're just ready to make some action. We'll go ahead and put this, it slides right over this tool, which is great. And look at that. This is going to be incredible. So we'll go ahead. You can see the liners off a little bit right here. So we're just going to go ahead and gently press that together so there's no spacing in there. It's all dialed in, taken care of. And we'll just keep it pinched together, and then we'll just start working our way across this side. And then we'll put these in loosely because we want to make sure the barrel spacers are lined up on the other side, but we also want to give us something to kind of hold this side of the scale on for right now. And it seems like this one maybe doesn't want to go in all the way. So hold on just a second here. Find out what's going on with that one. There we go. Probably user error, I'm going to say. So we'll just back it out a little bit once we get it in there. And you can see these barrel spacers haven't fully seated yet. So we'll go ahead and work with the end one. We'll fully seat that one. We'll fully seat this one, and then I'll put these two in right now since they're fully seated. And I will go back through and Loctite all this and then start carrying this one a whole bunch. You just don't want to lose these little screws because they only got, you know, a couple, 3, 4 threads, and they're pretty small. And they will work themselves out, especially as much as you fidget with them. But you can see already the end of the blade tips right here on the scale, and you got plenty more scale left. So this will be kind of interesting. I want to see how it looks in hand once we open it up. We're almost there, so thanks for bearing with me. We'll get the pocket clip on, and then we'll go ahead and get that pivot reinstalled. And we'll see how awesome these Gillz scales are. And they're kind of the extended, you know, the Gillz and extended, and they have the tritium 3 on each side. I think it's gonna look amazing. And we have the tritium access bar and the thumb stud. So I will go ahead and snap a video, or not a video, but a photo, and show you what these look like in the dark a little bit. And so these are gonna look, I think, really, really good. And the pocket clip rides just outside that, so they designed it so they're not covered at all, which is good. And we'll go ahead and insert these. And I will also do the pocket clip screws, a little bit of Loctite on those as well after we get the build all complete. But there's no need to watch me do that on camera. So now let's go ahead and actuate it. Make sure everything's still functioning properly before we put the lanyard back in. Or not the lanyard, the pivot. I don't know why I keep saying the lanyard. I'm just so excited about this lanyard plug. This stuff's amazing. Like I said, I've had it on mine, so the only thing for me is if they did a really bright one that was like blue, oh, that would be terrific. So let's see here. So this one's not going in as smooth as we wanted. So let's give it one more try. And then we'll probably go ahead and loosen up these screws a little bit more, just because I probably tightened them down a little too much. Especially when you're doing G10 scale swaps, you're not going to have as much flex and play as you do with the FRN or Gravity. So we'll loosen these up a little bit more. And then now it should just snap right through. That's the goal, right? 3, 2, 1. And you obviously have to make sure the flat side and the flat side are lined up. Pull back your tension a little bit. Boom! Tool goes off, flying off the table, but you're dialed in. So we'll get these screws tightened up now. And then we'll go ahead and put the other side of the pivot on with the T10. And then we'll see what this looks like. And then I'll snap a photo and put it in here, what it looks like in kind of low light on what you'll see using it and getting the full experience. And overall, I can't say enough good things about their products. You know, they've been around in the industry for a while, and now they're coming up with more things. They even launched their new, I think, Fermi knife, so we'll be taking a look at that as well. And yeah, pretty excited. So overall, we're going to tighten this down all the way. We're going to make sure our centering's on, which this centering's off a little bit, but I have a feeling I know what the problem is with that. So this might actually have to go back to Benchmade, but there's a couple techniques I'll try. But as you can see, it's a little bit towards the show side. Let's see if we can get a better look at it through here. Hopefully, maybe not. But it is leaning a little bit towards the show side. So we'll work on that with Benchmade if I can't get it fixed with a couple tricks up my sleeve. But let's take a peek at this one. Function-wise, look at that. That is terrific. I think that's awesome. And like I said, we got the thumb stud, the access bar, and these 3 tubes on each side. If they can come up with an idea to get a dual-sided for these 2 products, the thumb stud and the access bar, I mean, you're going to be glowing fancy. But overall, I mean, I have a large glove size hand. Here's the same look. You got a lot more room. So those of you who have XL hands, those kind of things, or even just want a little bit more purchase on your bug out, I think it's pretty terrific. You can see through here. You know, it's just a smidge over on the show side, but you can see also this gap right through here. That's that extra length you get, that extra ½ inch. This is terrific. I would highly recommend it. Thanks for checking out this long video. Like I said, we will go ahead. I will take a photo. We will insert it right through here so you can take a peek at it. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of these awesome Glow Rhino Gillz scales. And let me know if you've already picked something up from them. And if you've been rocking a lanyard, plug, dual-sided, tritium, glow product, let me know. Most importantly, though, make sure to do something kind for someone. #DSKFS. Have an awesome rest of your day. Most importantly, take care.